Chris Winslow, Director for Ohio Sea Grant and Ohio State University Stone Laboratory.
You guys have played a part in doing this historic, the biggest ever IAGLR here in Detroit. Can you talk a little bit more about your part in IAGLR?
Yeah, so actually IAGLR is put on by an IAGLR committee. There's a whole panel associated with that. So I'm not specifically associated with the conference itself, but for the conferences you can submit sessions, so that basically groups of talks. And so Dr. Doug Kane, myself, Dr. Doug Kane's from Defiance, I'm from OSU again, Sea Grant and Stone Lab, and then a Dr. J. Martin at Ohio State University submitted a session, and it was approved, and then we just solicited talks to fill up that long, day-and-a-half long session.
Tell me something about the session and what people talk about.
Yeah, so basically this session is going to be everything nutrient and HABs related. So specifically within Ohio Sea Grant, we're managing about 56 projects to a tune of about $6.8 million. And so we've asked some of those projects that fall underneath those grant opportunities to come and talk about their work. And some of those are co-managed by the University of Toledo, so it's truly a collaborative effort across multiple universities.
Collaboration is what Cam Davis just talked about in his speech, and he talked a lot about trying to link together all these different scientists. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things we'll be hearing about in your session, are about some of the new ways science is looking toward the future and predicting and things like that. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so really, I mean, there'll be some talks in there that talk about predictions. You know, the communities that live around the lake want to know what that season's going to look like. But in addition to predicting, we're trying to understand. Some of the talks will talk about, hey, we know a bloom's there, but how do we know whether it's going to be toxic or not? So a lot of it will be monitoring, a lot of it will be answering questions, and a lot of it will be predictive in nature.
What's the biggest threat to the Great Lakes right now?
Right now, I mean, there's a handful of things, but right now, clearly I think harmful algal blooms. You have a direct potential human health risk associated with it. We're still dealing with invasive species, but usually that's an impact on the ecosystem, not necessarily human health, but it's still a critical issue. Dredging in the lake is still a concern for us. Pharmaceuticals, personal care products, what they do in the water. So there's a handful of things that we need to be addressing.
As a scientist and a Great Lakes scientist, how are you feeling right now? Some things that Cam Davis referred to is that scientists and science is almost under threat and being attacked right now.
Yeah, I mean, there is some discussions with maybe, you know, in budget discussions on where allocation of funds would go, and I see right now we're seeing some early indications that might trickle down to impact, you know, research in the Great Lakes region. But for us as scientists, our goal is really just to continue to talk about the importance of what we do, and if we can keep highlighting that the answers we're giving you are important to maintaining a healthy lake, then our actions will speak to the importance of that science. And so as a scientist, we try not to get into the, you know, legislative side of things. What we do is try and inform policy, not write policy. And so for us, it's really just to find the means and the financial support to do what we know needs to be done, and then pass that up to the decision makers.